7 seconds to go on. Should I start? Start over. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to start the Middletown Area Town Hall meeting, to bring it to order. Please stand for the pledges of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All righty, thank you for being here, everyone. This is my first time at this kind of function. Obviously, I want to pay strict adherence to protocol and procedure. To that end, I've asked for a parliamentarian. I wanted to appoint Fletcher to assist me in that regard, if needed, and I appreciate your patience. All righty. Our first item is the approval of agenda.
Moment of silence.
Oh,
The mission statement.
okay, the mission statement comes first.
Yes, mission statement read by Secretary. The Middletown Area Town Hall was formed to operate as a true town hall, with everyone participating in voting. However, county officials required us to elect a board to conform with other advisory committees. Our bylaws specify that the assembly makes decisions based on a vote of everyone present. The board encourages all members to give their opinions and vote on every matter before the assembly.
Beautiful. Next item is the approval of the agenda.
No, moment of
No,
silence.
still no?
Moment of silence.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you. So there will be a moment of silence, please.
Does anyone have anyone that they would like to express specifically for the moment of silence?
Yesterday, Christina Lambert of Victoria Property about
Yes, the horrific car accident. We lost 2 lives there. Nanette? And the 2 people in Minnesota that we've lost.
Alrighty. Next item, finally, would be the approval of the agenda. All right. I wanted to acknowledge the resignation of Monica Rosenthal from the board, and also express great appreciation for her service here. We thank her very much for that. Also, the board would like to appoint Tara Yarbara as secretary to fill the vacancy from,
In order, Mr. Chairman,
yes.
in our approval of agenda, that's number 3. Taken care of at number 3.
So we've approved the...
We already did approve and did a second.
And which we actually approved. Sorry, we approved the minutes out of order, so we'll be approving the agenda now.
Mhm.
Motion?
I already made the motion to approve.
And it was second.
And it was seconded by Annette.
Right,
Just haven't voted on it.
okay. All in favor? Any opposed? Passed.
Okay. I did want to confirm the vote that the board members made on the positions. Charles Morris was selected as chair, Tara, secretary, David Campbell, board member, Shannon Sanders, vice chair, and Beth Kershaw, board member. David, is that correct?
Correct.
And Beth?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, very good. All righty, we're moving right along here. public input. Anyone may speak up to 3 minutes on any topic that,
Chairman, sorry, but you
No.
have to get approval for the appointments.
all right, okay, very good. All righty, so we would need a motion.
Motion to approve the board's action.
Okay,
I've just made it.
you've just made it.
Okay.
Okay, I second that motion. All in favor? All opposed? Thank you, Fletcher. So now we're at the public input stage, which is always a good one. Anyone may speak up to 3 minutes on a topic that is not on the agenda.
Yes.
It doesn't say Fletcher on it, so I'm not sure. No, say look. Good evening, everybody. I have two things. One is.
Your name?
What is that today? Tom Lasik. Hi, everybody. A couple things. One is I would strongly suggest putting on the agenda and maybe working with Supervisor Owen to get County Council here to provide Brown Act training. Okay, they did that for the Big Valley Advisory Council last year. They had a lot of new attendees. Additionally to that, the Brown Act has changed, and those new laws go into effect in July. And one of the things that I think you should be aware of is that it allows for more participation online. And right now, as I understand it, the participation for the math group is one way. They can listen, but they can't comment, they can't vote, they can't even be part of the board, for example. The other thing, and I may have to ask someone to yield some time, and I want to talk about, is ag roads. I've mentioned this a couple meetings ago. There was an effort by CDD. Well, let me back up. So, the state of California, Title 14, and it's often called 4290, has minimum fire safety requirements. Our friends here are probably painfully aware of what those are. And when it comes to roads, okay, the county can come up with its own standards, but it has to meet or exceed the state of California's minimum fire safety requirements. The challenge we have in Lake County is a lot of our roads don't even come close, okay? There is an exception written in that language that says if a road is used solely for agriculture, that it could be exempt. But the road has to be used solely for agriculture. So this came up in the Board of Supervisors meeting several months back to try to come up with some sort of committee. Supervisor Owen encouraged them to go to the Ag Council, Ag Advisory Council, and they brought it up. And it became very apparent that that was a non-starter. Most of the roads in our county are not used solely for agriculture. And Director Turner, who brought it before the board, said that she needs to take it back and put more thought into it. And I thought that was the end of it, but then I heard Public Works Director Lars Ewing mention that he was going to come up with ag road standards. The thing is that the ag road standards that they're proposing are less than the 4290 standards. And that's one issue. The other issue is, like I said, it has to meet or exceed, and these are clearly less than and deliberately less than. The second thing is that, as I mentioned, most of the roads aren't used solely for agriculture. And even if you labeled every road in the county an ag road, that doesn't mean it's qualifies for the exemption, because it's not how you label it, it's how you actually use the road. So for example, and this is an example I gave to the Ag Council, if you imagine you had a parcel, it was just a cornfield, and that's it, just a cornfield. You could argue that that parcel is used solely for agriculture. But as soon as you put a house on it, then it's not. Those residents need evacuation, and first responders need to be able to get to that home. So that parcel is no longer used solely for agriculture, and the road supporting it is no longer used solely for agriculture. Second scenario, same cornfield, everything's fine, you don't make any changes to that. But the adjoining parcel, that road also serves as a house on it or business. Again, that road is no longer used solely for agriculture. If you look at all the roads in our county, and this is what the Ag Commissioner pointed out, none of our roads qualify. And that's okay. It's a very, very strict standard that the state has put in. So if this comes up, I want you to be aware that there's an effort to try to lower the standards for our roads. And I apologize if that took more time than necessary, but I thought it was important. It may come up again. Thank you.
Thank you.
What's your name? Mr. Chairman, I have some questions about that, but maybe.
Go ahead.
Can we ask questions and discuss it or not?
That's what I'm
Yeah.
addressing the chair. I have questions about some of that. Normally, we don't get to discuss anything during this period. Can we ask questions? Because he said some things that.
Actually, I was curious about that as well. I believe we would have to put that on the,
Discretion of the chair.
what is, it is in
Yeah,
this?
you're gonna do some discussion.
Oh, I'll allow that. Oh, Fletcher, can you communicate with the mic and state your
Got your
name?
name on it.
I've heard about this for a couple of years, not just ag, but
State your name.
my name, Fletcher Thornton Jr. And my question is, if you have a road that goes to a vineyard and it is used for ag, but you don't own all the land on either side of that road, but right now it's used for ag, can you build a house on another piece of property adjacent to that and still have an ag road?
As I understand it, the 4290 requirements are, they require simultaneous ingress of responders and egress of evacuees. As soon as it's not used solely for agriculture, such as a house, then it's no longer qualifies for that exemption. You can call it an ag road, you can call it a freeway, you can call it a farm to market road, all those things. It doesn't really matter what you label it, it matters how it's actually used.
The second part of my question is to the fire department. It's my understanding that some single-lane roads that don't have a ingress and egress separate, is that even if you have parcels on there and there's not a good egress road, you can be denied, the fire department or CAL FIRE can deny permits for building houses. Is that true? Yeah.
It's been a few years since we've addressed that. County Building Department deals. It has been a few years since we've addressed these building permits because the county building department has taken it over. But yes, in previous years, we have not allowed the permits to be approved. And sometimes the county building department will send the permits to us afterwards. And we'll just find that out even though it's already been approved on their end.
There are instances where
You have a road going in and it's a house at the end, but it's also an ag road. The CAL FIRE could deny a permit for a house or housing on that same road?
So in years past, when we reviewed those permits and approved them, they have been denied. We no longer practice that within the district. The county building department has taken over all authority, and they reference the laws. So there have been instances.
Should,
we
Should
don't
we have a motion to
override.
put
They-
this on a future agenda
Yeah,
item?
I think so, yes, yes.
Do I, is there a motion?
Yeah,
We'll do that on,
I mean, just to add, community development does provide, like if there's a major use permit, they circulate that permit to a variety of agencies, including CAL FIRE. And CAL FIRE does provide input into it, and sometimes may do inspections. And if you want any other questions real quick, otherwise I'll yield.
I think that, wait,
No, actually Hank has dealt with a lot of it.
I'll speak to it real briefly. It's really simple. Hank Lesher. I've done a couple of these, and basically what we've come across is where we had, if there's a house at the end of that single lane road, we have to put in a cul-de-sac so that a fire truck can turn around. And that has to be 100-foot diameter. And then the single lane road has to have a pull-out every 400 feet so that someone can ingress while someone else is egressing.
And that's the 42.
Yeah, I would suggest you take an actual close look at the 4290 standards. It's actually 20 feet wide for a road. A driveway, a single lane is 12, but if it's the only lane, it has to be 20 feet.
one way,
You can have a 12, but I don't know about that, but it could be. But I know with driveways, it's you can have turnouts, but on roads, that's not what the language of the law says. And the other thing is that we know that we have roads that aren't compliant, but the requirement for compliance is triggered as soon as somebody has a major use permit. Yeah, changing use, thank you. Anyways,
very good, thank you for, is there any additional input? Or public input for anything not on the agenda?
The microwave is right there, yeah.
second half.
Hello. Yeah. Hello, Math. Margot Kambara. I just wanted to bring your attention to a hearing on March 3rd, long-awaited. Board of Supervisors will be hearing the proposed changes to the county's cannabis ordinance. So 11 a.m., county building.
Thank you.
Thank you. So last time we were here, I did a presentation with Diego about the sculpture for the park. And I wanted to say that we have a $5,000 match challenge. So if you go to middletownartcenter.org, middletownart, A-R-T, center.org, you click on Rooted in Place, and then the sculpture is underneath there, and you can contribute from there. So $5,000 match challenge, help us reach our goal. Thank you.
All righty. Is there any other public input? I guess we'll move along. All right. The next item is the approval of the January minutes. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. All right. At this point, I ask the secretary if there are any reports or correspondence sent to Matt.
One correspondence that we touched on earlier was the resignation of Monica Rosenthal from the board. You thanked her for her service. Thank you for that. Since we have Winnock Valley Glamping Project lower on the agenda, I'm going to use that communication for now. Sorry, was I too close?
No, you're too far away.
Oh, sorry. I can turn toward it. Let's bring it up in item 9, and you can discuss then. We also received an email from Benjamin Borgens. I apologize for anything. Proposing the idea of establishing a community-based emergency communication network for the Middletown area, which I think sounds fantastic. It's a similar concept that's proposed, for the Cobb Alert network that they have going on up there. I was thinking maybe we should think about adding that to a future agenda item to discuss further, if everyone's,
I would be in favor of that, providing he's here.
I can definitely communicate with.
I am here.
Oh, hello.
Good.
How
All right.
lovely. So does anyone want a motion that, would you maybe like to come back at some point? Or we could also discuss the possibility of breaking off and starting a committee, if anybody's interested
I
there.
think it ought to be on our agenda item, we can do that under 11.
Yeah,
for
okay.
agenda item.
So we will chat about that later.
All right, next up is the update from the parking committee. Nanette, would you like to address that?
Okay, there were 5 of us in the last meeting. We meet once a month at the Stonehouse Restaurant. Our next meeting is March 4th, 3 o'clock at the Stonehouse Restaurant. And we had a great idea, but it didn't pan out. So our second idea was that the proposed park that's going to be in between Nobles and the car shop, because Basati's is gone, that's already been approved as a park. We requested, did you get the email, Fletcher, to find out what had been voted on for the park, if it was going to be a...
No, I didn't get any.
Okay, we were supposed to get some
Oh.
emails.
My apologies.
Okay.
I will send that over.
Do you know what the results were of that survey?
Yes, the survey, everybody is voting. Well, we are required to have it be some type of exercise type, activity. So it can't just be all parking, and that's dictated by Sutter. But the vote is that there's minimal parking and something for kids, whether that is teens or younger.
Okay.
But yeah, the majority is not for like a dog park or just walking around or a grassy patch. They would like some kind of activity to keep people busy.
Okay, and then what we came up in the committee was to petition that we get as many parking spots as we can. Even if it's 7 or 8, it would increase parking for the downtown area. Because the issue going on is that we have all these wonderful businesses and there's only a few parking spots when you pull into town. And anybody coming through town, whether they're a tourist or a commuter, can't find a place to park, therefore we're possibly losing business. And we looked at behind some of the businesses, and that's real sketchy. We can't do that. So we're asking, and Helen was working with us, she was at the meeting, to see if we can get as many extra parking spots as possible. So that's where we're at right now. And again, if you're interested, join us at the next meeting on March 4th.
Very good, thank you.
Can we discuss this at all or not?
Where is it?
Where's what?
The meeting?
Oh, Stonehouse Restaurant.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, 3 o'clock.
Thank you, had a question?
Yes, did you talk at all about the proposal for the restaurant and the various things that they want to do on where George's Union Station is across from the bank?
Across from the bank.
That's not related to the parking committee?
Whitney Graham's project, we discussed it a little bit.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
We had mentioned maybe bringing in, and which I've mentioned to them about the diagonal parking along 3 sides is
Mhm.
not gonna work on Highway 29.
Yeah.
To add a little more parking and
Helen, want to grab a mic?
Oh,
We talked briefly about it, which I've also talked to the Brams about that as well. And that would be on the west side and the north side, adding diagonal parking so that it would, you get, I think they're 10 feet wide opposed to 20. So you can get twice as many vehicles in at that point. And then we did bring that up at the meeting. And one thing I'd like to add to the park, the Sutter Park, is what we had talked about was dedicating the east side of the park, the back side, to the parking and put the some benches for eating and kind of sitting in a water fountain, etc., up front. As far as the kids go, young kids, we had felt that being right there near the liquor store and the Nobles, that we would rather keep them in this park, to be honest. And that's just food for thought, that we thought that they would probably, we wanted to, I know we brought it up a long time ago, possibly putting some playground equipment next to the library, which seemed like a much more appropriate place for young children.
So can I make a comment? Do I have the right to say it? It's all new to me, so. I understand the original intent of what Sutter was wanting to do to promote health. However, this community is meeting so that we can bring up things that are of concern. And so the idea of putting a children's park next to Nobles is not necessarily the best. I wonder if there's a way that we could write a letter as the group, maybe have a committee put something together so that it could be presented to Sutter officially, asking that it be more of a help to our community in a healthy way, but officially having us ask them to reconsider.
Right, and we were thinking like, well, we just spoke about maybe doing a really nice fenced area. There's the bus stop there as well. So having the children, the young kids at that location, there were some concerns, just minor,
Right.
but nevertheless. So I agree, and I think coming up with the plan first and then presenting it is what we had talked about, coming up with maybe a couple of different drawings. And I know that AI could probably help us with that. And then using the back half of it or so for the parking end of things would probably be a good balance. But use it more to connect the communities, because you have your coffee shop, you have your, your liquor store, somebody might want to have lunch, and then you have this park here. So it might be a great little spot for people to kind of communicate and keep the activities over here with the young children.
In an official capacity as a group,
Yes.
bringing it, presenting it to them.
Yes, and that's what I
Yes.
think will probably, my understanding, that was my first meeting of it, that I came forward, but I had asked, and I knew what was coming with this, so I think we need to first, I asked that it be brought to you, to M.A.T.H, to ask the community what they wanted. Originally, it was thought that they would put a basketball court in there. I felt that we needed parking, and I asked about that. And I knew that Sutter's intent was health. So looking at what we can do, and I think coming up with a few different ideas, drawing them out, and then presenting them with but we first have to come up with that, yes, yeah, exactly, and our reasonings.
Mr. Chairman?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, thank you. I don't have any problem on discussing it all again, but we've already done this. We have a survey. We spent an hour and a half at the meeting here, and everybody had a chance to talk to Lars about what they wanted and came up with a consensus of what we wanted at the park, if it is in fact a park. Not a parking lot, but a park. So I think we've done that. I don't see any need to do that again. I think the question is, and the only question is, will Sutter Homes allow us to put a parking lot there instead of a park? And if we're going to do...
No, just finish up, Fletcher.
Oh.
There's a few other questions. Yeah, please go. Thank you, thank you.
She has a question. Dee's got a
Oh,
question.
yes. Dee, we'll get the microphone to you.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Dee. I'm new to this. So I was at the parking committee meeting, and they were super great, and Helen did bring this idea. We were advised, hey, they want something health-oriented.
We're using this stuff.
I wasn't aware of the kids, but Helen brought to the table, and I actually went over and looked at the lot, thought, do some measurements. I'm new to this, but I think her idea is a great foundation, so just let me create a little vision here, and then you can rip it apart if you want to. So you have that area. The front part has the trees. We retain the trees, which is good in some people's minds. If everybody can catch a wind here. You have the front, you put your picnic benches in, you create parking in the back, and they want health. Well, mental health is important. In a lot of small cities or whatever, they have areas where people play chess. They come together to chat, and instead of having a children's game area, maybe it would be better to have an adults. Yes, the Nobles and the store are there. You got the barbecue on the other side, but it's a place where people can have lunch. They can come together and chat. It could be a good mental health. And if it's named appropriately, maybe Sutter would do it. And so something like that as a presentation to them might swing it, because then everybody gets a win, even if we all have to give a little. So that was my input. I thought it was a great idea. Saving trees, putting in picnic benches, offering visitors a place to sit, offering old timers a chance to play chess and chat. So that would be a presentation I would be willing to work on. I don't know.
Thank-
Yeah, the reason that I think that more people were voting toward having something for teens is because there's nothing for teens, and there's that right here.
Well, I think if you put a skateboard park there, it's not going to roll very long. They are dying, or
That
I'm just saying,
wasn't
for
the
teens, what is the teen-oriented stuff? So that could be a discussion at the parking meeting, but I still think it's in close proximity to a bar, no offense, and to a liquor store, and that's a problematic. So maybe we need to just move in a different direction. And I think that Sutter, if they're told that, they might reconsider if we can come up with something. And I realize you guys have this big thing out front, but I don't know. Anyway,
Thank you, Dee.
my 2 cents.
Oh, there's a gentleman that has
Well, I have the mic.
oh, very good, very good. I didn't see it.
So,
Please state your name, of
my
course.
name is Linnea, and I think you should propose to Sutter that the little kid park comes over here as a trade for more parking over there, because we need both. And if you can, I don't know who would pay for the equipment, but I think that would be a win-win. And then we do need to do something for the teens of Middletown.
That's very good.
That might be a separate issue.
Thank you.
My name is Benjamin, and just adding on to what could be of a mix for adults and teens is a racquetball wall could be added. Takes up very little room in the park area. I moved up here from Sonoma County. Not sure how many people around here play racquetball. I enjoy it, but it was just an idea to utilize the space and be able to appease Sutter for the health aspect of it.
Thank you. Would there be an interest in establishing a committee to discuss the park or the parks?
The parking is different than the
Parks.
Sutter Park,
We're not talking about parking anymore. It's changed.
which is why we need to maybe have an additional committee.
What we're supposed to be talking about is parking.
That's right.
Right, those two committees could also work in unison, but they are two different topics. Would there be interest in starting up a committee to discuss a proposal to create for Sutter Park?
They could.
Does the parking committee want to take that on?
Not me. I've already done my thing on the park. I'm working on
All
parking.
right, well, that's good. We got it out there.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
So yeah, I think maybe start a separate committee to propose something for Sutter. Make a drawing.
Did the supervisor want to? Okay, great. All righty, we'll move on to the open discussion topic, general plan and Middletown area plan.
Can I just ask, us, can make a committee, do we have to go out?
It would be incumbent to do it this moment, I guess.
How does that work?
Does she need a microphone?
Oh, yes, please. Oh, is there someone that could?
We can, it looks like Dee and I will put a committee together, and what we'll probably do, if it's okay with Dee, we'll come up with a date. Do we have, one of the things I was gonna bring on this, I thought I asked to have it put on this agenda, is to do a social media page, so everybody in town, we have one? Okay, is it on Facebook for M.A.T.H? Okay, because I didn't even know about it. It's empty? Outdated? Well, whoever's up here should be having access to run it.
Okay, Monica said that it was kind of outdated and.
It is outdated and there's been a lot of people.
We,
State your name.
no, we made an agreement in math a few years ago that nothing goes on there except math-related things. And so I posted the agenda this week because nobody else was taking care of it, and Monica had sent a letter. But, I just make a picture of the agenda and post it and ask people to join. But this body can decide to do other things, but it has only been used for things that are like no money, just, like maybe the chili cook-off could go up there, things like that, But I have access to it and I can share it with anybody, and I have no desire to be in charge of it. I mean, it just so happened, but it's there.
Well,
And it's established,
I'm
so.
glad it's set up currently. We would just like to have everybody know about it and have, our meeting should be posted on it. And
Yeah.
since this is the Middletown area, I would think that other events in Middletown should maybe be on it as well.
It's fine, as long as everybody agrees.
Yes, and so I would like to see our board have control of that, maybe a couple people on our board. And then what I was proposing, when I brought this can of worms up, was that we would go ahead and set up a meeting, and then, within the next couple of weeks, have it posted on that page, so that everybody knows where it's at. Is it a Facebook page, or what's the name of it? Is it just?
I think it just says Middletown Town Hall. I'll find out in a minute. I think it says Middletown Area Town Hall. I'll find out in a minute. And the only reason that I have access to it is because I used to be on the board.
Sure,
Yeah,
I understand.
So,
And you were right, the board or the assembly limited the number of things you could.
Well, we'll recognize the gentleman with the mic.
Hi, Tom Lasik again. Just as a suggestion, the Central Region Town Hall, the Eastern Region Town Hall, and the Western Region Town Halls have all, in the last year, created websites. And it might be worth your while to, one, take a look at what they've put out there and how they're running it, because it's actually quite popular. And they can not only see the agendas and things like that, but when they have a speaker with a presentation, they post that presentation on their website. And it's easily navigable. So I would just respectfully suggest reaching out to, take a look at their websites and then reach out to them, because it was very easy and very quick for them to set it up. They have a template already, and it's actually quite popular. Not everybody uses Facebook. Not everyone has a Facebook membership, but it's something to think about. Thank you.
may I?
Yes, please.
Would you be so kind as to forward a URL, like a website?
Yeah, sure. To whom?
To Tara and myself?
Yeah, happy to do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I can partner with you on that a little bit.
Yeah.
Especially if there's a template already, then it's nothing.
That's fine. My biggest question there would be who is managing the website.
One of the members of the board manages it for each one. I think for Western Region Town Hall, her name is Lisa. Benavides, and then I believe it's Angela Amaral for the eastern region. I don't know who it is for the central region, but it's very inexpensive, it's very easy to set up, and it's quite popular, so.
We might still have some money left from that PG&E thing.
There is some funding, not a ton, so we'd have to see how much it is
Yeah.
and whether or not,
Yeah.
Okay.
like where that money would come from in the
And
future.
you know, if you're really, really nice, you might get discretionary funding from your supervisor.
Supervisor Heldon. So the name of the Facebook page is Middletown Area Town Hall, Matt.
I had a question I wanted to address to you. You had mentioned the Brown Act's new regulations concerning people that want to ask questions online. Would this social media website facilitate that?
I don't believe so. It's more along the lines of what Thomas does for you through Zoom.
All right.
So right now, they can hear what you're saying, but if they have a question or a comment, they're not able to participate. And yeah, so it's even different. But with all the other ones, and correct me if I'm wrong, Thomas, they use Zoom or an equivalent, and that way they can ask questions. Thomas says, we have a question from iPhone 3 or whomever, and then they ask their questions. And as I understand, the new Brown Act regulations will also allow for remote participation as a member of the council, for example. So, well, God forbid, one of you are sick, or you know, you can't make it here, or there's a weather event, you could still participate. Yeah. So the new Brown Act apparently accommodates for those scenarios.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any more comments?
I have one.
Oh,
I just looked up the Middletown Area Town Hall.
Go ahead and speak.
Oh.
There's a picture that needs to be taken down. I just pulled it out.
No, that's from Middletown residency. I know Monica asked about it too. It's on Middletown, it's not on our page.
is that still a concern then, or?
Nobody had access to it.
Oh, Fletcher would like to speak?
I just want to make a comment about this discussion. This is the first time in 3 years that we've had an opportunity to talk about a subject and let everybody speak whenever they wanted to speak and talk about a thing like this. I think there's nothing better than this kind of a discussion about issues that we have. For instance, I live three miles from here. I have no internet. I live up 175, I have no internet. Finally got it because I got Starlink, but otherwise there's no internet. So we have to be careful and maybe do it slowly, and I think internet's a great thing. But the main thing I'm happy about is the ability and the chair agreement to let us discuss these things openly and yell at each other once in a while if we have to. But it's really good for the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Fletcher. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So about what Tom was talking about for the Zoom. Zoom's not perfect. We all know, we've all used it. Our internet, our infrastructure in Lake County, we know how it is. So with that going forward, and yes, having the Brown, sufficing the Brown Act, there are going to be issues, and there continues to be issues. We have them all the time, latency issues. Sometimes the sound drops. If a person talks into a microphone like this, the person's not going to hear anything. There's proper etiquette, and so maybe these are the things we need to work on so that we can make it accessible to them. And the most important thing is speaking into this microphone, because if you do this, they're not hearing anything. If you do this, they're not hearing anything. If they're doing this, nothing. We have to, exactly. So microphone etiquette.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you.
Is there any additional comments on open discussion? Yes, sir. Chair recognizes.
Margot Kambara, a suggestion when you're working on your general plan and our general plan and the local area plan, time is ticking. We're going to be seeing those drafts pretty soon. Probably not this month, but maybe in March. And community development is not going to wait very long. We might have 30 days to give community development input. So if you have priorities that you want to see for the Middletown area for the next 20 years, make sure you go through your local area plan and make notes and let's community development know what your priorities and issues are. And what are your guidelines? What do you want to see as the North Star for development for the Middletown area and for the county? Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's supposed to, she's already confirmed it, and we'll reconfirm it.
Okay, very good. All righty, are there any more comments on the open discussion topic?
Only one thing.
Fletcher?
See, I keep talking, but I forget things, so I have
Things in
to make it up. There's nothing more important for every landowner in this South County than the general plan and the general plan update and the area plan. There's nothing more important. They can, if they want, just take, if you own 2 parcels, they can just make it 1. They've done it. So nothing is more important than to be here next month when Myrea is here to discuss the general plan. I would like to ask permission from this body to make a flyer, and I've asked the chairman, and he said that's fine with him, but we need your permission to make a flyer to announce that Myrea Turner will be here to discuss general plan and area plan, and that everyone that owns property in South County should definitely be here at this next meeting. Can I get permission to do that? I'll pay for it.
Yes, yes.
And we can distribute it to all the businesses in town, and maybe we can get enough people here to make a difference. I can tell you this, since I was here on the last general plan update, and this is no baloney, we spent 4 years on the area plan. And when they did the general plan and the area plan, they did not use not one idea from that committee. So we have to be strong and make sure that you're right. You got to be here and you got to be willing to fight for what you think. And don't just say, the county knows best. The county doesn't know best.
Thank you, Fletcher.
Thank you.
Regarding the permission to do the flyer, I guess just all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right, Fletcher, thank you.
I agree with Mr. Thornton. He's absolutely right. You have to fight for what you want and what you believe in. And so if we want a good future for our families, we need to show up. So I also want to share an example with you. Now I understand a lot of the local area plan committees have not been meeting. Scotts Valley Advisory Committee, they authorized a work group. And that work group is working on its local area plan to get its final recommendations ready for community development and the consultant. So Scotts Valley is working on that right now. So again, if you feel so moved, you too can get a work group or a committee going to make sure that all of your final recommendations get on paper and get to community development. Exactly.
Thank you. Because the general plan topic is so important, and Maria Turner, head of community development, will be here in March for the March meeting. My thought is we should just have that on the agenda item. Is that just one agenda item?
Yeah. Sure.
Very good. Oh, yes.
Just real quick, how do you find the location of the area plan to review it?
Could you restate that, please?
Where do I go to find this area plan to look at it?
Well-
That was Lake County 2050 online.
Yeah, if memory serves, you go to the Lake County website, there's a link. You click on there, and that's how you'll get it. It'll say 2050, right, Margot? LakeCounty2050.org. That's what, okay, LakeCounty2050.org.
Very good, thank you. All righty. Any more items for open discussion? Oh, Supervisor?
Oh, you know what, she was kind of covering it. Sorry. She kind of covered it. That's exactly what I was going to send people to, is the Lake County. Now, is it ca.org? No, just Lake County. Okay, LakeCounty2050.org. And then I also have some large maps that I could, if people want to see it ahead of time, I've got the big ones. I can go ahead and bring those if you guys want to have a meeting or a special meeting or anything to kind of look them over ahead of time.
Oh,
So-
very good.
Is that existing or proposed?
Pardon?
Are
Pardon?
those maps existing or proposed?
Both.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
yes, both.
Both.
Existing and proposed at the moment. Now, it's going through the finals there, so, but I believe Mr. Shannon, I saw him at the meeting in
Yes.
Lakeport in December, and there was a few other people around, because she did have Miss Maria and Miss Shannon had time for everybody to kind of come in and look at those, and I think it was early December.
That's right.
And so I did ask for a copy of those maps. There could be some changes, because since then, it's been sent out to the contractors, and so there might be some changes.
Very
But,
good.
so I have the ones from, there might be minor changes.
Very good. And I will announce that once it's set, the next M.A.T.H meeting, and that's of course open to the public as well.
Where are they usually, in Lakewood?
They've been online, but they are open to the public. They're always recorded, and they've also been at this location.
I have one comment.
Oh, yes.
There's a rumor there's someone on the board this might be of special interest to, but last Tuesday, Community Development proposed new, proposed ordinances for minor camping. And so there might be something for those in order to provide additional economic resources. So there's new ordinance proposed for light camping. So.
I was going to touch on that when we go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
It's all yours, sorry.
That's okay, I'll wait. I was waiting for, I think it's number 9 or something.
That's-
Number 11.
Oh, almost a perfect segue. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Any more input, or should we? All right. The next item is a request for review from Community Development Department for Gwinnett Valley Glamping Project, camping, glamping, located
Make
at,
a motion to remove that from the agenda. I don't care. Let me tell you what I think. You know what that's about?
Yes, I think we have someone here
Anybody?
that wants to talk on it.
Who's gonna talk on it?
Helen is.
oh, well,
Helen is.
Are you the principal, or is it proposed now? Okay.
Thank you, Fletcher.
Okay.
Since it's
I don't
on the
understand how
agenda.
it got on the agenda.
It's already on the
Who put it on the
agenda.
agenda?
From last month, they put
Who
it on
put
the
it on the
agenda.
agenda?
Let's,
Well,
Yeah.
Fletcher, the agenda was also already approved earlier.
We'll talk about that.
so,
Okay.
yeah, let the supervisor speak.
Okay, I don't know if you guys had anybody else planned to speak on it or not, but Monica and I did meet with Mr. Easton out at Gwinnett Valley Lane Tree, and they have proposed a 104 camping sites, glamping sites. They're actually modulars. They have to be under 399 square feet, and they have a sample there, one of them, and it's really nice. They're really kind of upscale glamping. And so it'd be there at the winery, just on the west side of the winery is where it's laid out. They're laying it out. It's going through the approvals right now. It's with the county. They're working on it as of, Miss Maria had confirmed that on Tuesday. So it's kind of a really cool thing. So it's ag glamping so that they can see everything that goes on the ranch and ag services. So it's different than our Gwinnett project. It's completely different people that are putting it on. Our Gwinnett project is the 5 hotels, and that's all been before us. This is something new that's coming forward. And like I said, it's going through the planning department and approval, and it's currently actually in the second round of comments at this time. So because of time frames as far as lending goes, and with the stuff that's available through the federal government for these type of ag projects, it's going to be, they're working on it at the county at the same time to try to get that through. With that, as I think Mr. Tom had mentioned, we had a, it's called low impact camping come forward on Tuesday, and we had met Cassandra down in San Jose when I was at a CSAC meeting. And the camping, the low-income hip camp is one of them, and Harvest Host is another that is currently working already here in Lake County. We're trying to put an ordinance together. The state of California passed it to make it easier. They passed a resolution, or whatever it's called, back in, I think it was in October of 2025, to allow the counties to skip the process of going through the state for permits, so the county can allow a policy, come up with a policy. I know on Tuesday it came before us. I'd like to see us to kind of stay at bare minimum, bare bones, as far as using probably 95% of what the state is allowing, and jump on and start allowing this. I'd like to see this come forward before our camping season, or by the time our camping season gets going this year. So what it states right now is, this is more for backyard, kind of everybody, a lot of the people around here could do it, could offer it. And so it would be for self-contained motorhomes, or campers, or tent camping, or what's the other one called? The huts. And you have to own them the way that the state has it written right now. County might change it, but it'd be a minimum of 2 acres. And then we have to figure out our setbacks, what the setbacks would be as far as from neighbors, et cetera, et cetera. And it should be able to come forward pretty quick. And like I said, they're already working here, so we need to kind of make that available in Lake County.
Helen, I have a question.
Yes.
What is the time limitation on this camping? I know Harvest Host is usually overnight. Sometimes they can extend it for 2 or 3 days. But
it states I actually have the policy that the state has written. We can make changes, but I think it's not over 14 days. 14? Okay. And something like, whatever it was, for the year, like 27 days or something like that out of the whole year. Mm-hmm. For people. There's other things we should look at, like
similar to a KOA.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Similar to. So, a lot of the work I believe is already done for us. So we're trying to market. We've got the recreation Lake County Recreation, and I think that this could play right into what we're trying to market Lake County as.
Thank you. Yes, is it Fletcher?
Does that clamping thing, and I'm not opposed to it, does it require a major use permit?
You know what, on the glamping, I would think it probably.
Microphone.
Microphone, thank you.
We have not designated what it's going to need. No, it should not. For what I was just talking about with the Harvest Host, they're making it easier for people to get into the business. With the Gwinnett project, I don't know. It's enough. It's 104. So you'd have to ask Miss Maria Turner on that particular one. But on the Harvest Host and the Hip Camp, no, they're trying to make it easier.
Rigo. Oh, yes, go ahead,
I'm
Fletcher.
not done. With having 104 huts, that's what the planning department, I found out today. It's 104 huts. They're huts. That's what they, well, and so many campsites and canopies and all that. When was that brought before the planning department? I'm absolutely shocked. We've not heard one thing about it until this, and this doesn't tell us anything.
Yeah, it's a request for review. As I had stated, I don't know when this came forward. This is the second time it's been in the public comment portion of it. And I just found out about it myself like a week and a half ago, and I went out last week and visited. So I think it's a great project, and to my knowledge, it's on wheels. It's not a hut. It's considered a modular or a movable, what do you call that? Yeah, anyway. Mobile home, so.
I had a quick comment. In communicating with the planning department, they explained 104 of the movable cabins.
Yes.
6 cabanas and 80 campsites. So just under 200 total.
Okay, and he didn't fill us in on all that when we were out there. I do have the binder on it, all the stuff that they've went through. I have not had a chance to look at it. Monica and I went out at the end of last week and did meet with Mr. Easton.
Would that fall under the farm housing classification?
To my knowledge, no, because it's actually not for farm housing. It's temporary, so it's more camping, glamping.
Recreation.
And there would be a normal CEQA process?
I think that they've been going through that. You're going to have to ask.
Okay, just curious. Thank you. There was a question?
More of a suggestion. So some of the other municipal area councils, such as Earth, Eastern Region, what they've done is they set up a committee, a land use committee, that gets the reports from Community Development Planning Division of the upcoming projects in that area. Well, actually for the entire county, but the committee focuses on those projects within the region. That's something that M.A.T.H could do, and then you wouldn't be surprised that, oh, this glamping thing is happening. And then you could invite the developer to present to your council. Thank you.
And apparently it's under admin review at this point, and then it'll go to planning?
Yeah, but the other thing is all those projects, as you said, Monica had been getting those for a very long time. And
Right.
so I think, and I know back when I was campaigning, it was brought up for it to come to M.A.T.H. I believe she was probably bringing it to M.A.T.H., but you should sign up for that information as well, especially in the absence of Monica now.
Very good, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, there's a question?
Tom Lasik again. Just to make sure a couple things aren't conflated. The ordinance is, well, I'll wait till, I'm sorry.
No, please go ahead.
Okay, so I want to make sure you don't conflate two things. One of the things that Supervisor Owens talked about is the Langtree project, which is, a gazillion different spaces. The ordinance is different, And that is a low impact with no more than, I think, 9 or something like. And to your question, that ordinance is partially intended to provide housing for agricultural workers.
Oh, very good.
Okay, so
Thank you.
just as a point of clarification.
So can somebody give me some history or the how-to on this? If we wanted to create a committee to be the first, to make sure we collected the information on any kind of proposed work, since Monica's not here anymore, is this just something that we as a board would, do we have to make a motion to create this committee, or could we just,
Anybody can do it.
could just pull it up and report it, or does it have to be on the agenda, or? Okay.
And it's a list of projects where they're at.
So receiving that list of proposed projects, so it's not a surprise to when we get together, does it have to be on the agenda for the next item to discuss that? Like every agenda, we could have it as a point to discuss proposed projects, right?
Yeah.
So can I make a motion that the next 5, I don't know, maybe not the next one because we're going to be busy listening to Mariah next time, but that it would be a routine item on our agenda to talk about, to bring it up, to mention the proposed projects in our area.
Would it be better if one of the board members gets the email, they have the list of projected projects? You want to bring it to this gathering, but do you want to have it discussed every time?
Well, that's what I was
Time-wise.
thinking. If it was, I figured that if it was one of us, use an example, if I volunteer to get the list, and every month we list them out, and if anybody wants to talk about any of the items that were on the list of proposed, we could vote then on whether it would be on new business or move it to the agenda for the following. But at least it would be publicly announced.
Tom Lysig again. What you're proposing is pretty much exactly what the Earth Town Hall does,
Okay.
and the Worth Town Hall does, and the Surth Town Hall does. They have a standing agenda item for projects coming into their area.
All right.
I believe they liaison or work with community development or the planning department to get an updated list every month. I don't know how the mechanics of that, but I encourage you to talk to them on how they do it. And it is a standing agenda item. If there are no new projects, then it goes quickly. If there's several, it takes a little bit longer.
Okay.
But there is a precedent for
All
it.
right. Well, I'd like to make a motion that we, going forward, that we put an agenda item on to always address proposed area projects.
I second that.
May I suggest something, Lucy?
Mhm.
Is that along with that,
Should we continue with the motion?
It's a friendly amendment.
Oh, very good, very good.
An amendment to the motion.
Thank you.
Is that we notify planning department in Lakeport, we're supposed to be on the list for review. Fire department, us, DOT, everybody anybody gets to be informed
Right.
about a project. We didn't know anything about this project. Never. Unless you knew it and didn't tell us.
Well, we got this email at the end of January, which we added, and now we're discussing at our next math meeting.
The timeline doesn't compute.
So,
Our supervisor has said that Monica's been working on it for some time.
Yep.
So all I'm saying is we've got a mechanism for being notified. We just got to make sure that it's done. Our chairman has to do that.
And to comment on what you said, the normal protocol, along with checking with the fire department and whatnot, is to touch base with the math. Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
normal. It may have, sorry.
Yeah, it's been like that for years.
Yeah,
That we get, but the problem is that we often, because of our meeting dates, we often get the stuff late, right? So that we
Correct.
can't, like, we have to, all of a sudden, we have to write a letter or whatever. So I think that making a committee, that it's their job to, like, be on their toes and get before, you know, information is a really good idea. Would you like to head that?
Yes. I
That
will.
would be
Sure.
awesome.
So, okay, let's go back to
To the motion.
The motion, and
Yeah.
this could be another item that we're going to vote on as far as that goes. So, do we have a
So,
second
I'll-
for the,
Can you restate your motion?
let's see if I remember it. The motion is that we make a standing line on the agenda to announce proposed projects in our area. Not to discuss them, but to announce them.
Right. Do we- Very good. Do we have a second? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? So the motion carries.
Okay, and then I guess now is where I would make a motion to have a committee be the liaison for important dates on any proposed permit applications. I don't know, what's the right word? What would I say? Yeah. So that we have a running total of dates, so that those dates and times could be brought up at the meeting in advance.
Would that be part of the first committee you suggested?
Uh,
It seems like a natural.
One
I
was
guess it
adding
could
it to
be,
the standing
yeah.
line of the agenda. Now they're asking to form a committee.
No, wait, I'm before you.
Oh, yes, yes.
I would also add to that, that when we've got our Facebook and whatever other pages, that we just post those up there, because people could make comments on Facebook, what about this project? And so posting that full list each month would probably behoove the whole community, and we might get more participation as well.
Very good.
Okay,
Thank you.
so we might want to amend
I believe that
the,
gentleman in the back
Actually,
was
he's
first.
Yeah, hi, Tom Lasik again. You might be overcomplicating this thing here. Nothing happens quickly in the wheels of government, right? So I've seen these lists before, and so you can see every project in your area and where it is in the life cycle. So there ought not to be a surprise. It might not be ready for circulation, it might be in the initial studies phase or whatever, but a lot of these, especially larger projects, take quite a bit of time. So and I would, again, strongly suggest reaching out to find people at the Earth Town Hall, which are really on top of this, on how they do it. I believe they'll even, again, how to put it on the website and all that other stuff, but they have a standing meeting and they discuss it, and it's not as complicated. You don't need a committee. They send it to one of the members and that person reports it, I understand. But it's a spreadsheet, tells you the project number, a bunch of other stuff, and where it is in the life cycle. Thank you.
Supervisor?
At that time, I think the big thing that you might want to make a note on, both here and at the, on the page, would be if we're in the comment area, the comment section of that process, because that's where people are going to have their input on the project. So that would be important to note.
as far as the dates on,
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Very good.
That's later though. So Bill asked, he said, are we talking about like proposals that just come up that are in like the early planning phases, like what he's talking about, or are we talking about stuff that's going before the planning commission? So I think what we're talking about is earlier stuff, because what Fletcher's talking about is not knowing, right? Which means that if we had had the list of the earlier stuff that he's talking about, then we would have known, you would have discussed. If we objected to something, we would have an army there.
well, wouldn't proposed and current status be on the same list because it's in different stages?
Yes,
It would
it's
be-
just that what we've had information about is the stuff that like is going to the planning commission in 2 weeks' time, and we want to get way early. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
yeah.
Fletcher, you had a question, or did you want to speak? Fletcher, you're next. No. Fletcher, please.
We also,
Mike?
We should be notified before what they call a pre-conference meeting. And that's a meeting where everybody gets together, including the principals proposing, and it's called a pre-con. And fire department's there, DOT's there, math has an invitation to go to them. And that's when we should first find out about it. Just get the idea, they're gonna wanna do this and that. Then it goes to the next stage, admin. And admin goes through all that stuff. Then they have the comment period, and they send a request for comment out to everybody that's on the list. And we never got that. Maybe it's not time to get that, I don't know. But I'm surprised because I called Maha, who owns the property right next door to it. I asked them what they knew about it. They didn't know anything about it. Nothing. Nothing about it.
Thank you, Fletcher. Do we have a motion on the floor for this committee?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have a second for that motion?
Yes.
You had a second, but we didn't vote. I don't
yeah.
think so. Maybe I forgot.
We had voted for adding the standing line of committee report, but we didn't actually motion to form, or well, you motioned to form the committee. I believe we're looking for a second for that.
Yeah, I'll second it.
Okay.
You'll amend your motion to include a letter to the planning department, to my right, saying that the M.A.T.H is very interested in all projects in South County, and please keep us informed. Thank you.
Well, as far as the motion to have the committee, what the committee does
Will be
is a separate
right.
item, right?
Right,
I mean,
which
I don't
is
know,
all
'cause
within
that's-
the committee.
Yeah.
But that's, yeah.
So do we have a non?
They would be handling that, Fletcher.
What you're asking us to do is give you authority to speak for M.A.T.H, which is okay, you need that. But you should also let them know that you should be in the loop, make sure you get notified when the thing comes up. First mention of it,
Okay.
you should know it. So
On
you
the
can
conference meetings primarily,
do, so
okay.
you can do your job.
Those in favor?
Opposed? Motion
right.
carries. Okay. All right, I think we're ready for the next step here. Okay, so we're a little
Is
short
there a
on
name
time.
of that committee? Are we going to have a title? What is that?
Well, you can
Just
dwell on that,
propose?
yeah.
What do you
I would
call
just
it?
call it the planning project
Planning
meeting.
project, that's good.
Committee,
All right,
yeah.
so to move along and sake, because of the time issue, there was just
Sorry,
the
we
goals for, yes.
Comments are due by tomorrow. Okay.
Oh.
Oh. Should have said that earlier. Well, still time to get the comments in, apparently. All right, the math's goals for 2026. Just an open discussion.
Yes, open discussion for math goals of 2026. I personally think that obviously kind of creating these side committees is great because we can delegate more of the math duties and be more on top of activities. And that's what I'm most interested in, is kind of getting everything streamlined.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Well, what I was going to say is we need to involve everyone, not just the officers, but we maybe should ask for like a survey, like everybody here write down what you think our goals should be, instead of the board deciding what our goals should be. So if everybody, next meeting or something wrote down what they would like to see math do, everybody, because we all have one vote, and get some ideas, some not just the set in stone ideas, but other ideas that people are interested in.
Yeah, absolutely. One note also, anybody can also email math, and let us know if there's anything that you're interested in adding to an agenda item in the future. And it is not a back and forth email thing. We're not going to be sitting here replying back and forth because all discussion happens at the meetings so that it's all open. But don't forget that you can also send ideas like you did.
Yes.
Thank you.
I keep trying to get added to that list and it never happens, so, because I never get any information.
You mean as far as the email list to send to Math?
Yeah, never get any correspondence from Matt.
You write your email on the
Yes, I
list over
do,
here.
every time.
That would be added then.
Chair recognizes Fletcher.
Agenda
maybe
items,
it's moved to
that's a sore subject with me, and I'll tell you why.
Oh. Fletcher has the floor.
In the past, we get the agenda, and many times there are speakers all lined up to speak. And they show up here, and then we are asked to approve the agenda. What happens if I suddenly stand up and say, I don't want to hear this guy? I don't want to hear about artwork at the park. So agenda items should be requested at this meeting for the next meeting and approved here so that when we get next month, the agenda is set and it's been approved. You can't approve something that you don't know about. We should approve the agenda for like we did with Myrea.
Yes.
That agenda is approved, and that's the way it should be. If somebody wants to put an agenda item on, they should come, say, I have a problem, I need help, and I want to put this on the agenda. The assembly says, I think that's reasonable, let's put it on the agenda. And then they must come to the next meeting, since it's their agenda item, and present it. If they don't show up, it's stricken.
Well, can't you already do that now? In other
Yes.
words, if you...
Of course we can,
No,
but we
I'm-
haven't been doing it.
Okay, I'm
So
just,
that's what I'm doing now,
Yeah.
which is how we did the next presentation for next month. We got it approved by everybody, and it's going to be going onto the agenda.
No, I know.
So we'll do it.
Very good.
But from now on, we should do all the agenda items that way.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I like that plan. All right. Oh, yes, Supervisor.
Can-
Microphone, please.
Sorry.
I got here a little early, and there was a topic for changing the hours of the math meeting to maybe 6 o'clock. So I think we should probably look at that. I know that we had looked at it a little bit last year. There was a little resistance in doing that, and so we kind of compromised on 6:30, and then it changed again to 7. So I would like to see that on the agenda next week, or next month, if possible.
Very good, very good.
Yeah.
We did make a motion, and it was approved, to end the meetings at 8:30, because they were extending to
True.
9 and 9:30, so we only have a few minutes.
So the question
Helen, sorry,
Oh, after you.
were you making an emotion?
Yeah, can I make a motion that we look at the time for the meetings to start during the next meeting?
At 6:30?
6, I'd like to see 6 if everybody can do it, but we need to discuss it.
Oh, that would be as of the April meeting. So that's a motion. Do we have a second for the 6 o'clock start time?
Could I make a friendly, ask for a friendly amendment to that motion that we put a time limit on that discussion? Because with Maria coming, we really need to,
no, we're going to move it to
Let's go to April.
April. Yeah.
oh, we moved it to April. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Thank you, Hank. All righty, so so now that we have that motion, all in favor?
Hold on, we need to make sure that this works for him.
He's the one who did it.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So, yes.
I'll say, all right, very good. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And all opposed?
But not next meeting. The next meeting is 2.
Yeah, that's understood, yes. And all opposed? So that motion carries. All right. Well, oh, we did that. Oh, so in the spirit of that, we'll just reiterate that future agenda items for the March meeting is we're going to just solely focus on Maria Turner, and if we, and the general plan.
Okay.
All right, so.
Now,
and
do you
others.
want me to bring the list of proposed projects, since we've decided that that was going to be a line?
Yes.
Okay, we don't have to discuss them, just state them.
Yeah, and you should also put it on the Facebook page.
Yes.
And there was an additional question.
Yes. How long has this park been here, Fletcher?
Since, been there about 10, almost 10 years.
Okay, because that was something that Monica wanted to accomplish, and there's no name on this park. So it's been here 10 years, everybody refers to it as Library Park. I would like us to hand out a little piece of paper, or people could write next meeting, you know, on their own, and just put in some proposals of names, so that we can get that, after 10 years, taken care of. This park needs a name, it needs a sign, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Think about it between now
Well, what
and-
I was thinking is if we just handed out a piece of paper, your idea for a name, and then we counted it and announced it in the April meeting.
Well, and
Okay.
it should go on the.
Agenda.
The Facebook and
Yeah, yeah,
website.
yeah, and we wouldn't even have any discussion, just, you know, here's a piece of paper, vote, hand it to us,
I think
So
putting.
you're saying announce it next meeting?
just that
And then
we'd
the
like
following
ideas.
meeting, we would take the vote or
Yeah,
whatnot?
yeah,
All right.
you know, in the top 5, and then we could vote, or the top 3, just that it's been 10 years.
Well, hold just for a moment. Okay, all right, we'll accomplish that. Go ahead, Dee.
So, just a quick question. If you move it that fast to do that, will there be a lot of people who said they didn't have an opportunity to submit a name for vote?
Well,
I don't think we're going to vote next month on this
No,
name. I think it was about notifying or getting it on the agenda to announce that we're going to be asking for input.
So the little paper next meeting, you write the vote, the name on it and turn it in? How does that work?
We wouldn't be doing the paper vote next meeting. Next meeting, we'll be announcing to everyone, hey, we need input on this. So it's just going to be a very short little line item.
Names are important, guys. Naming something and on a sign is important, and I think it should be more than just a little piece of paper. I think there needs to be a little bit,
Okay.
really thought put into it.
Can I,
Can I throw a
Oh, there's a gentleman with his hand up. Please
An
get a
idea.
microphone, please.
Bill, wait.
Oh, he's got
An idea for agenda to get more input than just doing it that way might be to post something in the entrance or the library, and you get people coming through the library, and the librarians and everything can suggest if you have an idea for naming our park or something like that, you might get more participation from the residents of the community. Just a thought.
Or the post office doors.
all the above? All the above.
Thank you for the comment.
No.
I think we're,
Those will be some good ones.
yes. Oh, Fletcher's got the floor. The microphone, Fletcher?
There's a microphone coming.
Can you ask the body, can you ask the body if they know the history of the park, how it came about, who built it, why it was built, and all of that, before they want to name it?
Can you give us a?
I don't want to do it, no.
You don't want to do that?
No, I don't want to do it.
All right, so that's something we should explore before the name.
Before we have this thing, we should type up something giving them the history of the park and how it came about. It's kind of unique.
You know,
Very good, very good. We have time for
If
one
I
more.
remember right, I think Linda Deal was part of the interest of wanting to name the park. So maybe next month she'll be here and she might be able to create a committee for the name. I mean, that might be,
The other gentleman
Yeah.
has the
yeah.
floor there.
Sorry about beating a dead horse, but again, the Earth Town Hall, a lot of the stuff you're trying to do is already covered. They do
Very good.
surveys
Thank you.
on their website. They did a survey for what the big issues are. You're talking about goals and things like that, so
Yep.
those are the capabilities you can get on that. So I think that you might want to make a subcommittee or something just to look at how they do it, because I think it'll make
Or
your life
communicate with
simpler.
them.
Thank you.
Well, I think we're ready to hear a motion to adjourn.
Oh, can I say one more thing?
Well,
There's a motion to adjourn.
there's a motion to adjourn, so I guess, do we have a second? We do have a second, Dee. All in favor? Opposed? Carries. Thank you very much for your input.